Come all young and old, if you want to hear the story about a brave engineer. Casey Jones was his name, was on the Illinois Central that he won his fame. Casey Jones, he loved the locomotive. Casey Jones, a mighty man was he. He climbed in the cabin with his orders in his hand, said this is a trip to the promised land. Headaches and heartaches and all kinds of pain, all the part of a railroad train. Sweat and toil, the good and the grand, part of the life of a railroad man. Casey Jones climbed in the cabin, Casey Jones orders in his hand. Casey Jones leaning out the window, taking a trip to the promised land. Casey pulled into Memphis on number 4. The engine foreman met him at the roundhouse door. Said Joe Louis won't be able to make his run, so you'll have to double out on number 1. Through South Memphis yards on a fly. Rain been a-falling and the water was high. Everybody knew by the engine's moan that the man at the throttle was Casey Jones. Casey Jones climbed in the cabin, Casey Jones orders in his hand. Casey Jones leaning out the window, taking a trip to the promised land. Well, Jones said, "Fireman, now don't you fret." Sim Webb said, "We aren't giving up yet. We're 8 hours late with the southbound mail. We'll be on time or we're leaving the rails." Dead on the rail was a passenger train. Blood was a-boiling in Casey's brain. Casey said, "Hey, now look out ahead. Jump, Sam, jump, or we'll all be dead." Casey Jones climbed in the cabin. Casey Jones orders in his hand. Casey Jones leaning out the window, taking a trip to the promised land. With a hand on a whistle and a hand on a brake, North Mississippi was wide awake. I see railroad official says a great engineer to be lying there dead. Casey Jones climbed in the cabin, Casey Jones orders in his hand. Casey Jones leaning out the window, taking a trip to the promised land. That day Casey Jones reached the promised land. Casey Jones, a true railroad man.